Good day and welcome to Drive Marketing. I have the pleasure to sit with one of my oldest buddies in the business, Colt Keffer. Colt, how are you today?
I'm doing well, Brett. How yourself?
I'm quite all right. We are getting some
Good.
weather in Oklahoma, and moisture comes in different ways. I'm finding out it's white today, so it's quite all right.
That's
So,
good. It's
hey, good to
moisture.
have you on here. Interesting to hear you tell me more about the Gold Rush Elite multi-breed genetic sale that you take care of there at the Black Hill Stock Show. Tell me a little bit more about this sale.
Well, Brett, it's a really unique sale, and I've been involved with it for about 7 or 8 years now. It's actually been probably about a 10-year event by now, but I've been kind of coordinating and managing it for several years now, and it's a unique event. It's held during the Black Hill Stock Show. Its date this year is January 30th, 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Like I mentioned earlier, it's a truly unique event because it started mainly as an event that was just kind of based around the people who exhibited at the Black Hill Stock Show. I've taken it over. I've grown it to more of a national audience. I try to kind of bring a couple different new consigners into the fold every year to give it a more national type of perspective. But the really unique thing about it is, um, you see different embryo sales, whether they're in person or online, and the sexed heifer embryos are always kind of the ones that are really demanding top dollar.
Hmm.
We have the ability here, being that we have a stock show and a very successful stock show, a sale and show tied to this event. The conventional or unsexed embryos really bring just as much as the sexed ones do, because if you're local or at least regional, you can buy those embryos, implant them, have the calf, and even if you have a bull, you can bring it back to the stock show the next year, show it, sell it, and return your investment in very short order. So
Right.
it's it's pretty special in that aspect alone.
Right. The stock show itself is something unique, and you don't find a lot of those, particularly these type of events anymore. But being in Rapid City, you're in the heart of cow country, and you're in a diverse
Hmm.
set of cows too. So with this sale, is that part of the reason why it's not just a mainstream breed? You have multiple breeds that you service throughout this sale.
We do. I mean, Angus, Hereford, Charolais, obviously they're big and they're well represented, but I do try to incorporate, a lot of the dual registered stuff, Limousine, Limflex, Red Angus, Simmental obviously is a big breed out there as well, so they're obviously
Mhm.
incorporated. But I mean, the breeds are popular, so I try to get them to be incorporated because I think people find value in those genetics. Obviously, in South Dakota, it's big key Angus country.
Right.
So those either low keys or high keys, the dual registered stuff, um, I mean, that stuff has value all over the country, not just
Right.
in the show states back east. So I do try to incorporate, and I don't necessarily try to follow either production cattle or show cattle. I just try to kind of focus on good cattle. We're really fortunate this year to have a lineup that I think is exceptional, and the vast majority of the lineup is made up of cattle that have produced either high sellers or national champions or been national champions themselves. So I'm we're pretty lucky this year.
Right, absolutely. And I'll tell you, flipping through the catalog, you just right out of the gate, you hit somebody that the first lot, I should say, just hits this sale exactly what you just talked about. It's not all about the show, but you've got that presence in terms of eye appeal balanced with a set of EPDs. Talk to me about this IVF cycle selling that comes from the Krebs Ranch.
Yep, the Krebs Ranch is big in that part of the world, big all over the country and all over the world,
Mhm.
but in that part of the region, they're very well respected. They've been great to the Black Hill Stock Show. Eldon, Louisa, Jake, and Cammy have been awesome contributors to the sale, and this year we wanted to do something that kind of had a little different twist to it. Jake Scott and I talk often about dual threat cattle, and I lump that up into cattle that, I mean, obviously have an exquisite phenotype, but have at least an EPD package where you have some flexibility with them. We know all show cattle and EPDs don't always mesh, but this donor herself, she's an Insight daughter. That really, if you wanted to take her back purebred Angus, take her to a 24 carat or something like that to make show heifers, you can. If you're a production-based person and you wanted to buy it and breed her to whatever the leading Angus AI sire is, she's got that flexibility. Or if you want to take her, if you're in a multi-breed situation, take her back, to a Huda Man, a Here I Am, anything like that, you've got that flexibility. I think she'd make great dual registered cattle. She'd make great show cattle. And I think her production value kind of speaks for itself.
Right, absolutely. It's what Jake Scott always says, think quality, think Krebs.
Think Krebs.
So,
Exactly.
That's right. Yeah. Hey, the next one coming to us, you're going to get to offer 100% interest in the dam to the popular pumpkin spice female, the Redemption daughter that sold at the Griswold's Classic there in December.
Yep. Our Charolais lineup, obviously with my affiliation with the Charolais breed, our Charolais lineup has always been stellar. We've got all the main staple donors, the Mustang Sallies, the Berkeleys, the Dorys, they're all represented. But something that's a little different this year is I've been incorporating some live lots over the past few years. And the main live lot this year is the HLSL Kiss This donor. She's an outcross to basically anything. She has no outsider, no firewater. Her breeding flexibility is limitless. She's already got a proven track record. She's the dam of the heifers that Birchie campaigned all this past year, the pumpkin spice female that sold for $31,500 through Griswold's sale. So she's got a proven track record. She actually calved the other day. She's got a full sib to that heifer, a full sib heifer to that female on the ground, again, sired by Redemption. So you're actually buying a pair of cattle, and we think the value on this one is pretty tremendous. It's kind of what the Charolais breed's been looking for.
Right. Yep. You bet. Braden Hendricks, he's got quite the female right there. Hey, coming to us next is a female that needs absolutely no introduction in this business. It's the Sullivan donor known as 6640.
Yeah, well, I've been fortunate. Josh and I've been good friends for a long time, and he's been a great contributor to this sale over the past couple years. And when we were working this year, he gave me the option to take some of these eggs, and I jumped all over it. That 6640 cow, she's done it all. Two North American Supreme Champion females. I know Tim Schaefer's got at least 2 donors out of this female that are, kicking butt for him. So I wanted to highlight her because she's big time, and we think that we're going to sell 4 sexed heifer embryos out of her by 24 carat. So, okay. That's going to be a pretty good mating right there.
Right. Yeah. There's no doubt that is one of the all-time greats in the business, in the seed stock business right there for sure. So, hey, you kind of dipped in something old right into something new. A cow that you hear more and more of right now is the Riverstone Charmed donor, past Louisville Supreme. This is a daughter of her, sired by maternal maid they call Flirt. Tell us what you got coming out of Flirt.
So this will be the first embryos that Kurt and his family has ever offered out of this Flirt donor, and she's been a slot machine lately. I had to beg, borrow, and steal Kurt to get 3 of these embryos because he said everything goes in, everything's born, everything makes money. So this female alone has produced 2 females that sold. Coulterman sold them this fall. Sullivan bought one. Hennessy bought the other. I think there's 2 promotional bulls that Lautner has out of this female. She's done it, and she's proven it. She had a great track record herself as a show female, and then she is just whipped and spurred in production, and it's that Limflex deal is absolutely on fire. So we're going to sell 3 sexed heifer embryos sired by TASF Guinness out of this female. That's a new up and coming sire. So these would be great limousine genetics.
Yeah, absolutely. You go from one proven donor, Colt, right to another. This time Hereford comes to the forefront. The good Lana Smith donor that's already proven herself just a little bit by a daughter that's been at the backdrop. The the Kelly 661 daughter from Lana Smith. Tell us what you got there.
Yep, Lannis is a new consigner, Lannis and David. I invited them in this year, and they brought the goods. So the CRR 109 Kelly 661 ET donor, again, was reserve national champion in 2018. She's been a great producer already. There was four flush mate sisters. They bring 75, 35, 32, and 30, just four of them alone. So he's going to sell 4 sexed heifer embryos, 4 by Marksman or 4 by Montgomery. So, I mean, the guesswork's out of this one. Lannis knows his stuff and knows what he's doing. And this is a cow that's, like I said, just clicking right along. And your return on investment on this one is pretty much instantaneous.
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing right now seems as hot as the Hereford deal. But I tell you what is hot, and that is the Simmental business. And CK Cattle sends you a quite unique deal here. Choice of embryos sired by the $600,000 Tecumseh. Tell us more about this.
So it's kind of something I started here in the last couple years. I mean, to kind of not have the redundancy of one donor and, you know, 1 or 2 or multiple different sires. I want to take one featured sire and spread them out over a couple different donors. So this year, I've got a couple different donors. The sire is the $620,000 Tecumseh. It's a 4-side out of Serena that has been used and will get used quite heavily. The 2 donors here from CK Cattle are the OMF Timeless B100, which is the dam of several high sellers in Chris's bull sale. And then there's a Thomas Miskatinka K 9741G, which is the dam of a heifer that they sold for $31,000 in their pasture sale. So we would do it similar to how you'd buy, you know, one donor, multiple sires. We're going to sell you one sire spread out over a couple different cows, give you the choice and privilege. And we think these embryos are about as good as you can get in a Simmental deal.
Absolutely. Wow. Star-studded from the front to the back on this highlight. The catalog itself, Colt, is rather unique. And to me, if you can't find something in there that you feel like you can work for you, you're not looking to try to move yourself forward, because I mean there's truly something for everybody in this sale. And like you said, it's unique. And you know, I think we're learning more that the value of these bulls. Having sexed heifers is one thing, but the value of a good bull, we just talked about one they sell for half interest for $620,000. I don't know what its heifer mates have brought, but they still talk about what that bull brought. So
true.
Yeah, good job.
And it's
job
important.
Right there. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, that's not just it. It's not just semen, not just pregnancies and flushes. You've got some unique semen gathered up as well.
Yeah, we went ahead and added some semen lots to the sale. We had tremendous interest. Again, Krebs Ranch, like I said, it's been great to us. They went ahead and put 10 units of KR Casino 6243 semen in there. That semen has been selling from anywhere from $900 to $1,500 a unit. Those cattle are knocking it out of the park. They're great cattle. We're going to sell 10 units of that in 2-unit packages. We've also got 2 different lots of Primo semen. We've got 3 different lots of Silvera style semen, and then we've got some 24 karat sexed heifer semen as well. So we'll sell that after we get done with the Angus portion of it. We'll sell that at the end of the Angus before we start on the Charolais. So, you know, we just thought that the time was right. Casino's hot. All those other bulls are hot. Let's try to capitalize on it.
Right. You bet. January 30th, coming up here real quick in Rapid City, South Dakota. It's the Gold Rush Elite Multi-Breed Genetic Sale. Colt, where is this at? CCI.Live?
Yep. So it'll be on CCI.Live. If you're listening to this and you're around Rapid City, we have it at the Holiday Inn Rushmore Plaza Ballroom, which is right across from the fairgrounds. But yeah, it's on CCI.Live, 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. So look forward to seeing you all there.
Good deal. Colt, good luck. And as always, great job putting an awesome sale together.
Thanks, Brett.
You bet. Take care.